In this episode, the new Aston Martin DB12, BMW's new i5, and a very happy birthday to Cadillac V. Welcome to episode 221 of the We Are Auto Show. What's up, Derek?
Mr. Mike Morale, what's new with you?
Been out and about, saw a horrendous up badge the other day.
Oh, yeah?
So, I guess when you up badge something, you can't just put like one M badge. You have to make it look like M vomited on your non-M car.
Okay.
So
I'm a fan.
A base BMW 528i that had two M badges on the back, had an M badge on each front quarter panel, as well as another M badge in the front grille. So that's 2, 4, 5 M badges.
Does the normal one have that many M badges on it?
No.
Didn't think so.
No, it has one, maybe two.
Yeah. I'm a fan.
It's a lot of M. It's a lot of M. I was stopped getting gas, and I kind of looked over. It was parked for like the convenience store, and I was like, that says M. That's not an M. And then when I went in to like go pee inside, I looked around and was like, wait a minute. There's two there. There's one there. Oh my God, that's a lot of M.
Now, how do you know they haven't stripped it to bare metal and then put all the M bits in it and made it M?
Oh, I know.
They didn't do that.
Not even close. There's nothing
Nobody
M
does.
about the car. It was the most base model 5 Series BMW in the world.
Is that worse than the Ferrari Cayman?
Yes, because I don't think that's a memer. I think it's actually someone that genuinely thinks that they are hot shit.
I think you're right.
If it's like a memer, if you're just memeing, that's fine. Because all in good fun. Poke the bear a little bit. But if you genuinely think that you are the M god,
They are.
you kind of lose me that way.
All right, let's talk about some news. What do we got?
Let's move on to the new Aston Martin DB12. So the successor to the Aston Martin DB11.
All right.
Because the DB11's been around a little while now. It is kind of time that the DB12 is released.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look at the new DB12. Upon first impressions, what do you think?
Ford Fusion from back in the day. No, I'm just kidding. It's big. It's got a big front grille, but that's to be expected with the Aston Martin look.
But it's a pretty front grille. It's not a hideous front grille. It's a pretty one.
Yeah. Is it bigger than the old one?
It is.
It looks a little bigger.
It is.
Not a lot. It is still a good-looking car. It's an Aston Martin for sure. I like the lines. I like the body lines. Do you have anything specifically that you love or hate about it?
It looks more like the DB11 meshed with the DBS a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you're going with.
Which, not a bad thing. I mean, it's not bad. That's like saying, oh no, I look too much like a supermodel. Oh no, not a bad thing, right? I mean, it's gorgeous. It's stunningly beautiful.
It is. I wish let me go back to like slide 1 or 2 here. Because the front radar is kind of in a spot where I'm not a huge fan of it.
Where it looks almost like an afterthought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a black box under right where a silver trim piece is running. And you have all this open room in the grill, in the massive grill that's on the front, where you could hide a black thing very easily. Yeah. But they proceeded to put it over top of the silver bit, and it kind of looks like it was just patched on there at the last second.
I see where you're coming from with that. It does, now that you've pointed it out, to me it kind of looks like they designed the car, and then they went to go give the final approval. The boss man said, hey, do you remember that front radar thing we had?
Yeah.
And they all went, oh, God damn it, that was what I forgot.
Other than that, it looks like an Aston Martin. It looks very good.
It's pretty. But I do have some very sad news. So the new Aston DB12 no longer has a twin-turbo V12 under the hood.
It has shrunk?
It has by 4
cylinders. That's a whole engine. It's a whole
Volkswagen Golf GTI.
It's a whole lot of cars engine.
Yeah. So it is now a twin-turbo V8, a 4-liter twin-turbo V8, an AMG-built twin-turbo V8, which is the same thing, same kind of thing they put in the Vantage, right? It's an AMG-built engine. So the Germans and the Brits, when they get together to do some cars, they actually work really well.
They do.
Now, Aston does make it produce more horsepower than what they got the engine with from AMG. And they do that mainly by fitting some bigger turbos to it.
That'll do it.
That will do it. So the, let's see, 4-liter V8, it produces 671 horsepower.
671. That's a lot of power for this
That's
car.
a lot of horsepowers.
For this car, that's a ton of power.
That's a lot of horsepowers. But that does mean goodbye to the twin-turbo V12.
It does.
Sad, but you still have a lot of power.
When you hit the right foot, it sort of matters how it works, but all that matters is you go forward in a straight line very fast.
Yes.
So,
And you will.
you will.
You absolutely will. What this is making me more excited for is the upcoming DBS, the next generation DBS.
I see.
Because the DBS that we have now is like the DB11S.
Okay.
So when we get the next generation of DBS, it's going to be bonkers looking.
It will be.
I'm excited.
I think that this is a good step forward for them. This is really the test of, can we shrink down the engine and make it work? If mechanically it's sound and it does work well, great. Mission accomplished. Question is, does the next one cut another 2 cylinders?
No. I think it'll go hybrid.
You don't think that they'll cut 2 cylinders and then go hybrid?
No,
Like at the
I
same
think
time?
they'll go hybrid V8.
Why do you need that many cylinders on a hybrid?
Because it's a large-bodied Aston Martin. Here's what I think. I think the Vantage will cut cylinders and go hybrid.
Right, that checks out.
I don't think the DB12 or the DB 13 or 15
The
or
DB
whatever,
line.
the next DB.
Yep.
I don't think that'll cut more cylinders. I think it'll just add hybridization.
Usually you do a little bit of both at the same time, which makes sense.
You do. Porsche's not doing that though.
Yeah.
When Porsche does their hybrid 911, it's still going to be a flat 6 with a hybrid.
If you take a flat 6 out of a Porsche, it's not a Porsche. It's just that simple.
I mean, I agree, but
Yeah. They have more things to worry about than Aston hybriding this thing. I think that they could hybrid it. I'm a fan that they did go from the 12 to the 8. I think that if they wanted to stay around as a company, they kind of were probably forced into that from political shenanigans that are going on with the EPA and whatnot. But it looks stunning. Hopefully it goes fast. Based on those numbers, it's going to be a rocket.
and it's not cheap.
It never has been. It probably never will be. How expensive is it?
Correct. It is $245,000 starting price. That is irrelevant.
Yeah.
I don't even think that matters to any of the DB buyers.
No.
As long as you're not north of $500,000, they'll sell like hotcakes.
Yep. If you are in Europe or the UK or somewhere around there and you have that kind of money to buy these, whatever.
Well, who cares if it's 220? Who cares if it's 250? At that point, it is what it is. You're buying an Aston Martin DB.
Yep.
So that's the new DB12. I am a fan for the most part. I really like it.
Want to see one in person. I bet you it might look a little different in person. Also, if this was in complete black, which I'm sure it will have a black paint, that whole little box there would just blend right in.
Yeah, and I think that'll be the move. Black with silver wheels.
That'll look good.
Sheesh, that'll be good.
Yep.
So let's move on to a BMW. We're going to talk about the new BMW i5. So an electric version of the 5 Series.
Okay.
And it's not as big grilled as the rest of BMW's line. I still think the front is a bit too, I don't know, beavery looking. Looks like it's like
Yeah, but it's not nearly as bad.
You're right. I still think it's a bit hideous, but it's not as bad.
I'd say it's tolerable.
Okay.
Would you give it tolerable?
No.
You just have an inherent bias against all new BMWs.
I do. I just don't like even though the grills aren't as big, I just don't like what they've done to the front of them.
Okay.
Like, that does not appeal to me. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I believe it was the i5 that I got to drive in the autocross.
Negative.
No?
You drove the i4.
Oh, it's close enough.
You drove the i4 M60.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yes.
It's close enough.
Yes.
Okay, tell me more.
So I do have to pull a quote from the article. Talking about the styling, it is, quote unquote, more conservatively styled than the i7. Of course it is. Do you remember the i7?
Yes.
It's the most hideous looking car in the world. Are you kidding me?
I can see some of the i7 lines in this. You see how like the edginess, at least in this lighting condition with these shadows.
It looks like it's made in Minecraft.
It kind of does, yeah.
It's the BMW Minecraft edition.
Yeah. Oh.
And now I just ruined this car for you. Sorry.
No. Interesting that there's different fronts to this. There's not the vertical stripes in that.
Well, that's because that's the M60 version.
Okay, I see.
It's the high performance i5.
It does look very boxy.
It's the BMW Minecraft.
Yeah. And that's odd because all the most recent EV versions of these cars that we've been seeing have gone the aerodynamic like shape, right? The EQS shape. This is very bold in the other way.
Yeah. It's very not the same shape as everyone else.
Not saying it's bad.
Oh,
Some people will like this.
I'm saying it's bad.
Yeah, but just what you like is not what everybody likes. That's
it's
fine.
not the law, you mean?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Everyone must drive a Porsche 911. No, nobody has to. They just want to. It's. I hope that they can pull this off. I hope that the CD of this car is good. The coefficient of drag, basically how slippery it is through the air, and that's really going to impact the range a lot. We'll see. As far as the looks go, people will buy BMWs. They don't even need to really look at BMWs to buy BMWs. They just buy them.
Why?
Because it's a BMW and they just
it's a badge.
Yes.
Okay.
And they just go down the path and they buy them. It's the same thing as the Aston. It's an Aston Martin.
Fair. Still fair enough. Talking about the EV-ness of it. So yeah, the electric BMWs, you got the i4, the i7, the i8. So this is called the i5, right? It is I. The bottom barrel EV trim is the i5 eDrive 40.
Messy, but okay.
It's rear-wheel drive. The motor is in the back. You get 335 horsepower, 295 torques. You do get a sport boost function that will give you torque up to 317 pound-feet.
Those numbers seem fine for this car. Do we have the range?
They're estimating hopefully close to 300.
Okay.
It's got an 84.3 kilowatt-hour battery.
That was my next question. Okay, 84 kilowatts is a solid battery size.
It is. Now, that's the bottom barrel of the i5. And if you want to go up to the, the i5 M60X drive.
Okay.
I can't, BMW's naming.
I know.
Oh, apparently that is it is a 2-motor, 590 horsepower electric 5 Series is what the i5 M60X drive is.
590 horsepower?
Yeah.
That's quick. That's a lot of power.
It's a lot of power. They are estimating a 5,300 pound curb weight.
That's hefty. That is hefty.
Apparently, they're claiming a 3.7 second 0 to 60, and the range for the i5 M60X drive is estimated at 256 miles.
Okay, so it's less. They're just extracting more power from.
Yeah.
Was it less battery, or did they have basically the same battery?
Well, it has. I think it's the same battery.
Okay, so
it doesn't say.
They're probably just pulling out more power quickly, which makes sense if you have more horsepower. At the end of the day, this all comes down to energy into the motors.
Yes.
Kilowatts. But one interesting note here, I don't know, and I don't know if you know this, but in the front here, they've got rid of the vertical stripes, which was kind of just whatever. That was like a play on your eyes. Is this functionally opening grills and whatnot, or are these just closed off and look like snout noses?
I think they're just closed.
Ah, man. Because if they open those functionally for air, for cooling of the battery or whatever it is, that'd be neat.
Brake duct cooling, battery cooling, something cooling.
Right. That'd be neat. But it's kind of odd that if they would just have them closed off. I definitely can tell you this is the performance version. The other one, I don't remember the names, definitely does have them closed off.
You mean you don't remember the name of i5 eDrive 40?
No, I don't. They're just an i5 BMW.
Yes.
And if it has an M badge and it's been up badged, good for it.
So, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's faster that way.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
It's big.
It is big. It doesn't look bad. It looks like the next iteration of BMW.
It looks a hell of a lot better than the i7. I'll give it that.
Yes, much better than that. And I will say, for the weight, when I drove the i4, I was surprised at how well it was able to sling the battery around corners.
Yep, makes sense.
It didn't feel like a boat, which was good.
Yep.
So I'm sure that they've done a bunch of suspension tuning and whatnot to this car, just like they have that car, to make it feel fun to drive, but it's still an EV.
Yep, it is still an EV.
Okay, neat.
We do have one more thing to talk about.
What might that be?
Someone's having a birthday. The birthday is 20 years old of Cadillac V.
Ah.
Yeah, Cadillac V Performance is now 20 years old. Happy birthday. Almost legal to drink in the U.S.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
So, to celebrate, Cadillac is doing kind of some more special versions to celebrate 20 years of V. So far, I'm a big fan because I just like it so much. I just do. The V badge on Cadillac first appeared about 20 years ago when the 2004 CTS V came out.
Okay.
That gave you 400 horsepower, and this is in 2004.
That's a lot.
For 2004, if you had a sedan that was 400 horsepower that had a 5.7 liter V8 with a sedan from Cadillac.
Right.
Hello, how amazing is that? Back in 2004, awesome. Right? So, celebrating Cadillac CTS V from 20 years ago. You do get some fancy colors and some other little tweaks for the 20-year anniversary of CT4V and CT5V Blackwings and all that. Some of the new colors you get, let's see, you get colors that are Velocity Red, Cyber Yellow Metallic, which is that one. There's Coastal Blue Metallic and Black Diamond Tri-Coat.
Ooh. I'm kind of a fan of those colors.
Color
names.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah, that's good names.
Yeah. You do get, like with the Blackwing, you get extra stuff to make you feel special. Like you get extra like little tweaks and things with colors and trim and all that, like extra carbon. You get stuff in your digital gauge that a different animation startup for like 20 years of V, something like that. Rocker panels, you get different graphics, all that good stuff. You do get, let's see, on the Blackwing, you get an extra little Blackwing verbiage, thing like that. But really, the whole point of bringing this up is I have a question to ask you. If you are going to buy an American sedan, what do you buy?
An American
right now
sedan
that is currently for sale, not used, a new American sedan.
So it has to be 4 doors.
It has to be 4 doors, American. What do you buy?
Well, let's think here. Ford doesn't have anything.
They've got the Fusion. They've got the Mach-E.
Ugh.
Moving on. Chevy. You have
Camaro,
the Impala.
Yeah. Wait, do they still sell the Impala?
Oh, the Malibu.
Yeah.
Agreed. Buick. Moving on.
Yep. Nope.
Dodge. Got the Charger.
Okay. Is that?
It is.
Yeah.
The Challenger's 2-door, but the Charger,
right,
4-door.
Okay.
You got
Ram. No.
You got the Charger.
Yep. There's nothing there.
You got the Charger and the Charger.
Who else would there be? Ford, Chevy, Dodge,
Cadillac.
Do I say Tesla?
Yep, you can throw that in there. It's a 4-door sedan.
Okay.
Less plaid.
Yep. Wow. They're actually really limited.
Yeah, and when I was looking through this article, I was like, if I was looking for an American sedan, and you're a bit of a car enthusiast, what the hell do you buy?
Well, the problem is you were looking for an American sedan. But sure, in your hypothetical.
You see my point.
Yes, I see your point.
And for me, there is only one answer.
Yeah.
It's the CT4 or CT5V Blackwing.
Mm-hmm.
You can't buy the Charger. I'm sorry. You just can't.
No.
You can't do it. I'm sorry. You just can't do it. Ford, they don't make a sedan for a car enthusiast. Mustang, sure, but it's not a sedan. Chevy, any car enthusiast going to go buy a Malibu?
Nope.
Nope. Buick, that's not anywhere near anyone's ballpark, right?
Nope.
The answer is either a CT4 or 5V Blackwing or a Tesla Model S Plaid.
I guess that really shows that the U.S. is drastically moving into the SUV market or just the small compact car market.
Yeah.
Because there's not really much between.
And you know what's funny is I actually really, really like the look of the new CT4 and CT5V Blackwing.
They do look good.
Like looking at this picture of what color is this, cyber yellow metallic with the blue calipers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, honestly, that is a quite attractive car. It's one of the few cars now that the front end isn't just grille.
True. Although, if your hypothetical is very nuanced, right? It's very niche into the U.S. market.
Yes.
If you expand that just by a little bit, you have a lot better options out there.
Well, of course, but I'm talking about U.S.
I know.
Right. A lot better options, right? Mercedes C63.
Yes.
BMW M5.
Audi has option.
Audi
There's a ton.
RS5 Sportback or
Right.
S6. Yes, but if we're talking U.S., your answer is Cadillac or Tesla. Which one do you
Yep.
want?
And they're two very different buyers.
Mhm.
You could say that even if somebody who is buying the Tesla probably would almost look at the Mach-E more, to be honest.
They would. Absolutely, they would.
Yeah. So those are kind of in their own boat, though, in the EV world. So good point, but don't look at U.S. The CTS-V is a cool exception, but don't buy sedans in the U.S. You know it. I know it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. If you're buying a sedan, go to Germany.
Yeah.
Germany just does that right.
They do it well.
Germany's really good at building performance enthusiast sedans and wagons and things.
Do the
Just
Japanese?
No.
Do the Koreans?
No.
No. It's got to be small cars at that point.
Yes.
Or just cars, not sedans.
I mean, the Civic Type R, but that's more of a hatchback.
It's not the same.
No, it's not.
No.
If you want a performance sedan, there's only one country that you should go to. Germany.
The US of A, baby.
Yeah, brother. So, that's all the news I got. You got anything else?
Nope.
All right. That's going to wrap us up then for episode 221. Thanks so much for watching and listening. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up and drop a comment on the video. Let us know what you think about the new Aston DB12, if it's a worthy successor to the DB11. If you're listening on audio only, send us those thoughts via social. Facebook is We Are Auto. Instagram is We Are Auto _. YouTube is We Are Auto. And our website is weareauto.io, where you can go to catch some of your favorite past races. So, thanks again. Catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.